a quorum, and here's
If she's a very good lady. Cool. Perfect.
the administrator. So we'll call the meeting to order. I'd like to remind everyone of the City of Perry's staff core values: strong work ethic, problem solving, community oriented, shows professionalism and integrity, is a team player, accountable, and is a good steward. So could I have roll call, please?
Mahler,
Yes.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yeah.
Klein,
Yes.
Okay, and then everyone should have seen the meeting agenda, and I'd like someone to move to approve it.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Wally. Yes. Shaw,
Yes.
Okay, item number 2 is the consent agenda. We have the minutes of the December 2nd regular city council meeting. We have 5 contract service payments to Bolton and Mank and 1 to EOC, the total $47,673.23. Claims register and financials of $775,820.64. We have 2 licenses and permits. One's for retail alcohol at Hy-Vee. Has not been inspected yet, but we can approve it contingent on those happening. And then the Blue Jay Market or Shop and Go LLC just wanted to change their permit to allow storage in a different area than is currently on their permit. So can I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
Second. Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Shelley,
Yes.
Wally.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, city administrator.
All right. Well, there's quite a bit of stuff on the agenda that we've been working on, but a couple of things that are not, just kind of as a heads up. I think our last meeting, the next morning, I was headed to the Greater Des Moines Partnerships Legislative Breakfast, which I could have used some Bloody Marys or mimosas with. But I think a key point of conversation this session will be property taxes. So I do have some conversation going on with the Iowa League of Cities, as well as kind of between now and when the legislative session really kicks off, be trying to have some conversations with both Representative Nordman and Senator Green, just again, trying to explain Perry's point of view, situation, and how we see ourselves moving forward. So that will be an interesting legislative session. But in good news, we met a week or 2 ago to go through some kind of final tweaks to the airport terminal expansion plans and kind of what that's going to be looking like. So our architect is kind of putting the final touches on that. And here this winter, in a month or 2, we'll probably have some final plans to look at and then be putting that out to bid. So very excited about that. It'll be a wonderful upgrade to that terminal facility and really hopefully, match the face of the terminal to all of the wonderful amenities we have on the airfield side. So excited about that. And then, as you can see, we've been busy little critters with our agenda. So if there are no questions, we can get down to business. Any questions? All right.
Okay. I just have just a couple things. So the first one is Josh and Mike and I went down to Des Moines this week and received our award from the Asphalt Paving Association of Iowa for the project in a small town, less than 10,000 people. So it was nice that the city got recognized and our contractor did a good job. So we were happy to have that. So that's going to be sitting upstairs for a while. And then I guess I don't really have much else unless anybody on the council would like to bring something up.
The mayor and I attended a Habitat for Humanity meeting last week, and it turns out that right now, Habitat has 3 houses available for qualified tenants who are interested in purchasing a house. A copy of this is over at the library. And so the scan code is on there as well as contact information. if you are looking to buy a home and you're a low to moderate income family, it's an opportunity. It's very unusual that we have 3 houses that are not spoken for. So this is a great opportunity for people who are looking to buy, and have never been able to afford a house before. There's a sweat equity aspect to it. So you don't just walk in and buy a house. You have to put in 120 hours on a house or several houses in order to qualify for this. They have a very rigorous program. They also have a training program so that you don't get into a house and then fail to make your mortgage payments. So they have a very rigorous program, but it's a really good opportunity for those people who never thought that they could afford a house before. So wanted to make you aware of that. And like I said, I put a copy of this over at the library. So it's on the bulletin board at the library. So anybody who is interested, check it out.
Okay, just for clarification for me, 120 hours of,
Community, well, service on another Habitat
okay,
house.
okay.
They're working all over Dallas County on houses right now. They've had actually a crew in town for about 2 weeks now. And so if you are interested in purchasing, you would work with the group that is doing these, and they will help assign you to hours at another facility. It may be laying floor, it may be just hauling stuff, it may be, depending on your skill level, they'll teach you how to do things.
Is there sort of a medium price range that you could speak to
Well,
regarding these houses?
the houses are designed, the mortgages are designed to end up being 30% of your income. And Habitat, so you do need to be steadily employed. You can't just have a little job here and a little job there. You have to have steady employment. But 30% of your income, they have got some very interesting, I would say, arrangements where they actually buy down the mortgage rate so that it becomes affordable so those people who qualify. So we're looking at low to moderate income.
And I know you could in the past, I think you can do some of your hours at the Habitat Restore in
Right.
Urbandale.
Right.
So, or East Euclid. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yep. So you can actually hammer nails or you can be a sales rep or whatever. So, a lot of opportunities.
And they were very nice little houses. So,
Yeah, it was a really nice house.
okay, thank you for that. Anybody else? Okay, we'll go to open forum. Speakers are asked to step up to the microphone and state their name and address for the record, and you will be given 3 minutes to speak and address the council. Any open forum requests? Okay, there being none, we'll go to old business. Item A is approval of pay application number 2 for the snow removal equipment. The amount of $30,604.25 to Van Wall. And the piece of equipment is sitting out there at the airport. And it's a very impressive, big, large piece of equipment if you want to go out and look at it. And doesn't actually fit in our shed anymore. So that's coming up on the agenda here later too. But it's been signed off by the project manager and is recommended for approval. So can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve pay application number 2 for the SRE equipment.
I'll second that.
Okay. Discussion?
I think we're just waiting for a major snowfall to really get to put the blower to work. So, I know.
So it's sitting out now.
Yep. Garrett, go ahead.
This is Garrett Jacobs with Bolton and Mank, 602 Northwest Greenwood Street in Ankeny, Iowa, following the agenda instructions. Yeah, so the blower did show up, I think about 2 weeks ago. Van Wall got that hooked up for us. Now we're kind of in a trial period. Just like Spence said, waiting for snowfall to make sure the thing operates like it's intended to. But now, I mean, essentially that trial period's basically the only thing holding us back from releasing retainage. And then once the project's accepted, there's a 1-year warranty period. Through the FAA, there may be an additional warranty that's offered by the manufacturer. But essentially this one's, kind of winding down.
This was one of the easier FAA grants, right, Susie?
Was.
Okay. Roll call.
Walling.
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Yes. Schott.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item B is approval of GAX number 4 for the CDBG contract number 24 HSGU 004. This is for the Nudgers Kearns Building at 1306 Second Street. And so they have started work and they're progressing. So we're going to start seeing payment requests on most agendas coming up, or at least once a month anyway. So,
Great.
Could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve GAX number 4 for CDBG contract number 23 HSGU 004.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Smaller.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Okay. And then, did I say $16,968 on that one too? I don't know if I mentioned that, but okay. So this item C is approval of GX number 01 for contract number 22-ARPDH 046. So the amount of $360,000, and it's for the downtown housing grant agreement for the Sheffer Enterprises LLC. So all the apartments are putting in above the Tin Pig. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve GAX 01 for contract number 22-ARPDH 046.
I'll second that.
Discussion?
They're getting a lot done.
Yeah, I missed the
Yep.
tour, but the third floor is looking really nice and they're going to be really nice apartments and big, some of them. And so
Pretty good size.
it'll be fun. So, okay. Roll call, please.
Walling.
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item D is resolution to fix a date for a public hearing on proposal to enter into an amended sewer revenue loan and disbursement agreement and to borrow money thereunder in a principal amount not to exceed $14,000. The hearing would be January 20th, 2025 so that's our second or our only meeting in January. And it's going to redo the city's taxable sewer revenue bonds SRF series from 2021. So could I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve item D, resolution to fix a date for the public hearing on proposal to enter into amended sewer revenue loan and disbursement agreement and borrow money thereunder in a principal amount of not to exceed 30.014.
I'll second that.
So this is not a new debt. This is our current debt that we have, like the $28 million loan. But we were able to do like what's called a sponsored project. And they use some of the interest to grant you that for that project, but you have to like amend your loan to show like a higher principal and then a lower interest rate. So I mean, your payments are going to be the same, but they just have to kind of like shuffle it around, get us the funds that we need for the project.
And I think it was about 1.6 million that we had for sponsored project, which we're able to use for the Iowa Street wetland. So I think in our original application, we had the Iowa Street wetland project and the downtown project, but just with the timing of that downtown project and Iowa Street wetlands is for the most part finished. We need to be able to draw down those funds for the Iowa Street wetlands, and we can't draw down on either project until they are both bid and awarded. So since we kind of got into this situation where we're not sure when we're gonna exactly get those clearances from HUD, we decided to just shift all of the funds to the Iowa Street project and bring down that sponsored project money all on Iowa Street instead of splitting it between Iowa Street and downtown. So kind of just shuffling a little bit there, but enabling us to get that rather significant amount of money back into our coffers. So
Yes. Sounds good. So
Anything else?
Susie can sleep.
yes.
Okay. Roll call.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Shot,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, so we're on to new business. So item A is approval of a contribution hometown heritage for repairs of damaged artwork. We're asking permission to give them $1,500 to offset half the cost of repair for some art that was damaged here in this building when the boiler and the sprinkler lines froze up last winter. So can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve the contribution to Hometown Heritage for repairs damaged artwork.
No, second.
So Hometown Heritage holds the insurance for all of the artwork in all buildings. And you can see the repair to that artwork was below that deductible amount. They have a pretty high deductible on the artwork just because of I think the dollar value of the artwork and then just the dollar value of each piece. But luckily the repairs were not that much. But in talking with Susie, for the minute amount of what we pay to have the artwork in the building and what it adds to the building, we thought this was a pretty fair arrangement to be able to help them out financially and take care of some of that loss, which was not covered by our insurance since it's somebody else's property, to be able to get that fixed and put back up. And I think, we pay $10 every 3 years to have the artwork, so it's,
Pretty cheap.
I would say even with this, over the time we've been in this building, it's a very good deal.
Yeah.
So.
The discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Yes.
Shot,
Yes.
Okay, item B is resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 5-year airport capital improvement program. This is required on a regular basis, and so this is the most current one. And so hopefully you all had a chance to review it in the packet and would take a motion to approve.
I make a motion, we pass a resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 5-year airport capital improvement program.
And I'll second.
All right, so this isn't quite the program. So this is a process we do every year, kind of working with the state DOT and the FAA and kind of our departments, engineers, figuring out which projects need to get lined up and what our focus area needs to be. FAA really looks at the upcoming fiscal year of like, these are the dollars that we really intend to spend. And then it's a little bit softer as those years go out. So this is kind of a bit of a wish list, if you will, but just kind of comes together with FAA and state and city all kind of communicating and coming together with a light plan. So any questions on that? I think one of the first things is a new SRE building at the airport to fit the tractor in and all of the equipment. So that will be nice.
High on the list.
Yeah.
Think you hit the nail on the head, Sven.
Thank you, Garrett.
Okay. No further discussion. We'll have roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Shot,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item C is a resolution approving a request for proposal for a redevelopment at 1110 Second Street. That this would allow us to put out an RFP, request for proposal to redevelop the property located 1110 Second Street in the Central Business District, the former Casa de Oro Bosco Grill building that's been idle for quite a while. And the mayor, Ward 2 council member, the city administrator, and the housing development manager and the building official would bring a recommendation before the council if we find one that is worth approving. So do I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve a resolution approving a request for proposal for redevelopment at 1110 Second Street.
I'll second that.
Molly?
So we acquired this property in August of 2023 through our 657A process. And I think it was the first building or property that we got through the 657A process. But since then, we've hired for a structural assessment to be done, which does say that it's sound construction. And then we used our Brownfields grant to do a phase 1 and 2 environmental assessment on it. So we'll include that information with the packet to whoever is wanting to bring in a proposal. But the deadline is January 20th. And then after that, we'll have about a week for the committee to review. And then we'll bring our recommendation to council at their first February meeting. And then we'll set a hearing. We'll hold that for a month and then hopefully have everything disposed of by middle of March, maybe early April.
So this is not a business taking it over, it's just to rebuild the building?
Yeah, so we're kind of open. So I wrote in the RFP that we would like to see some living units or rental units on the second floor and then a commercial space or commercial use on the main floor. We're open to whether that's the developer wanting to do the business side or just wanting to rehab it and then they have maybe a business interested in renting it or purchasing it. Yeah, we're kind of open to however that plays out with the proposals. I can't say that word that we get.
Well, it would be nice to have something good there.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is at 1110 Second Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right
Where
next to,
Casa de Oro used to
Okay.
be.
yep, right next to the dance studio.
Bosco's.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks, Molly.
Okay. Roll call.
Waller?
Yes.
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Shot?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Okay. Item D is resolution making council appointments for the Beaver Creek Watershed Management Authority. We have to do this every year, and we'd like to recommend that Josh Webker be appointed as the representative and Mike Landels be appointed as the alternate. So can I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve item D, resolution making council appointments for the Beaver Creek Watershed Management Authority.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that?
Thanks, Josh.
Josh, you willing to do it? Okay. Okay, roll call.
Shelley?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Waller?
Yes.
Walling?
Yes.
Shot?
Yes.
Okay, item E is a resolution making council appointments for the North Raccoon River Watershed Management Coalition. And so, again, we'd like to appoint Josh Webker to that one. So for the fiscal year, could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we pass a resolution making council appointment for the North Raccoon River Watershed Management Coalition.
And I'll second that.
Josh?
Easy guy.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Walling?
Yes.
Shot?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Waller?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Okay, item F is a resolution making council appointments to the to the Central Iowa Regional Transportation Planning Alliance. And once again, Josh got the card. So then the alternates will be Sven and Matt Ferrier for the committee. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve resolution making council appointments for the Central Iowa Regional Transportation Planning Alliance.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that one? Okay, roll call.
Waller?
Yes.
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Walling?
Yes.
Shot?
Absolutely.
Okay. Item G is resolution approving website design and hosting solution with Civic Plus. So we are requesting that we change from our existing website provider to a new company. I'll let some other people discuss the agreements to that, but it's a one-time development cost of $1,000 and an annual hosting fee of $4,510. And I need a motion to approve this.
I make a motion that we pass a resolution approving the website design and hosting solution with Civic Plus.
I'll second that.
Tell us about it.
So our current website is great for what it is, but there have been a lot of cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. So in order to update just the general look and feel of the website, make it a little user friendly, it's gonna take a lot more man hours than what I'm able to provide to it. Plus, the federal government agencies have adopted all government websites need to be ADA compliant. So for the visually impaired and making it easier for use of screen readers and whatnot, we would have to do a complete overhaul of the website on that. So it's a twofold process. Talking with a lot of other municipalities around the Des Moines metro area, they've talked about Civic Plus. There are pros and cons, obviously, of any group or site you work with in order to do web hosting and web development. Civic Plus is the one that everybody goes back to. Even if you're burned by a sales representative, they go to a different organization, and several years down the road, they move back to Civic Plus. It's a little higher dollar amount than what we currently are paying, but it's combining multiple resources that we're utilizing. We have a text program and an email program. The text program is a completely separate third-party entity that we're paying a yearly subscription for. All that is within Civic Plus. On top of that, they've assured me that if there is any change at a federal level, like the ADA compliance or any other requirements that could get us into problems because somebody is either malicious or wanting to keep us accountable, they are going to handle that. They will let us know. They also will provide training. So any one of us that want to have a hand in the website will know how. So if I were to have a medical emergency or I was unable to continue the current job that I'm doing, it's going to be a real easy transition for someone else to step in and do that. So again, all the answers to all the questions that I had for Civic Plus during the interview that I had with them, every question was met with an answer. They didn't have to go, oh, let me ask someone else. They had an answer right away for it. So I feel really confident, especially with the other municipalities, the communications, marketing departments that I've spoken with. They've had nothing but positive things to say about it. So.
That's good. I was gonna say, cause our website is a little bit tough to navigate through.
Yeah. I think we tried to go back and count how many people had touched it. And I mean, you were like well over 10.
Yeah.
And so that's 10 different personalities thinking about where should I put this where you're going to click, and not everybody thinks the same way. So then it gets on their duplicate times. And then when you go to update it, it's like, oh, I had no idea that map was also tucked underneath that link. I thought it was just under this link.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I've hesitated to tell people to go to our website.
No more.
The homepage, Barb, the homepage. Just click to the homepage.
And I've met with all the different department heads that have sections on the website, and essentially they were all in agreement. If we can make things more simplistic, it's keep it simple.
Yeah.
And I'm on board with that. It's such a monumental task to do all the things that I know that are facing us. With our size of community, we have until 2027 to make the ADA compliance. But again, it's going back over everything in duplicate, triplicate to make sure that that's all taken care of. So
So
do our,
Civic Plus will be able to take our information. And
they
put
will
it
work,
into
they will
research.
work with us to convert the things that we want to have pushed over, and then they will help us to weed out the things that we either they're redundant or we don't need them anymore, or it'll be a really nice looking website, and it'll be a lot more user friendly.
That's good.
I know, just for some examples, if you want to get on and see some other communities and what their Civic Plus website is, I think Polk City, I want to say Grimes, West Des Moines, Waukee. I know some others all use Civic Plus.
Yeah.
So if you want to get on and kind of look at what is to come. That's a good opportunity to get on some other city websites and kind of explore and see how maneuverable
And
they are.
even with the pluses and the minuses, you gotta weigh the pros with the cons. In our Metro communicators email thread that we're all a part of in case there was a crisis or a question in regard to what's your community doing, I'd say easily over 2/3 are on Civic Plus. If they aren't currently, they were previously. And I had a conversation with the communications director in Norwalk, and her comment was, I didn't enjoy Civic Plus, but it's a lot better than the site we're currently on. So I don't know how much longer they're on that platform, but again, there's a lot of bouncing around, and from every bit of research I've done, it seems like everybody that lands on Civic Plus eventually goes back to it.
Chris, just so we know, what is the price difference? You said there's a little price bump. What is the
So-
difference there?
When I did all the price points from what we're currently paying annually, we are paying $1,960.90. That is everything through Weebly, which is the platform that our current website is on, plus that AMP text program. Again, it is annually $4,510 is what the cost is for the Civic Plus website. And again, a one-time development. So once we get done with that for the first year, it's an offset cost. We're going to be paying $3,549.10. And then after that annually, it's going to be $2,049.10. So again, it is going to be a bump, but they're going to be providing a lot of extra backup.
You feel like it's worth it for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I've met with Susie and Liz and Sven, and I think we're all on the same page.
Cool. Perfect.
The ADA compliance really makes me nervous because there's a lot of folks that enjoy going out and doing audits of websites, and I'm sure people have seen like the First Amendment audits and things like that. So there's definitely a niche in that somehow that, you know, could either cost us a lot of money with an ADA ding or something like that. So it'll be nice to have this on a platform that specializes in government websites that keeps up with all of that kind of stuff. But I also have to say this does deeply hurt my heart, because this was one of my first projects as an intern, was helping rebuild the website. So it is a sad,
Touched it, is that?
I was one of the original two. So this is hard. It's a hard pill for me to swallow, but it'll be fine. It's fine.
Any other questions? or
baby's
anything I
going
can help
away.
with?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
guys.
thanks. Okay, roll call.
Wallen,
Yes.
Waller.
Yes.
Yes.
Shot,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Okay, item H is a resolution authorizing the economic development grant to this city, to the Perry Chamber of Commerce Foundation, Inc., which is a charitable nonprofit. They received a grant from the Wells Fargo Corporation, and we want to match part of that amount to give them a larger sum to work with. And that would come from the local option sales tax fund, and we'd be proposing to put in 15,000 to the foundation. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution authorizing an economic development grant to the Perry Chamber of Commerce Foundation, Inc.
I'll second.
And we do have Executive Director Lindsay here to kind of give an overview of the grant that the Chamber Foundation got, and then the program that they are working on rolling out.
So like it said in the resolution, the Chamber Foundation applied to the Iowa Rural Development Council for $30,000 grant, funded by the Wells Fargo Foundation. So any community could apply for this grant and kind of make it however they wanted to, but supporting local businesses. So we are one of 4 communities in Iowa to receive this funding, and one of 4 states in the whole nation for this receiving the funding as well. So through a task force that is kind of rebooting what we did back in 2020, 21, we have developed a small business grant program. So the intention is to keep it pretty open-ended for businesses to apply as they see fit. But the primary function would be for working capital, for products, equipment, services, marketing, physical improvements, educational courses, networking memberships, or new staffing. The 4 areas of focus from the Wells Fargo Foundation are capital, knowledge, networks, and growth. So that's kind of within that scope. The parameters would be grant applications between 2,500 and 6,500 per business, with at least 10% of that total being matched by the business. And let's see. So businesses with less than 30 full-time equivalent employees, just to keep within that small business scope, which most of our businesses are by definition of small businesses. And then located in or near Perry and serving the Perry area. So that $30,000 from IRDC. Perry Economic Development has also pledged 15,000. We do have some remaining funds from the Business Modernization and Protection Grant Program. And then now this matching, and then any other funds we can kind of scrape up between the Chamber Foundation and other grant applications as well. Good thing for our community, recognizes the need. A lot of closures this past year were unrelated, but still kind of the need for the local and statewide and global economic challenges, but especially in Perry, we're feeling that. So hopefully this will boost things a bit. Questions?
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Wallen,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
I have a business that will be applying for that grant, so I'm going to abstain.
and Shaw.
Yes.
Great. Okay, last item is item I, is a resolution approving a proposal from the Ingenuity Company for a DMO marketing strategic plan. So this is something that has been getting worked on for quite a while between Prairie Economic Development, Chamber, and the city, trying to come up with a destination marketing plan that everybody is happy with, instead of everybody doing their own things. So this would hire a group to help us with that. It would be a not to exceed amount of $28,875 and would be split equally amongst the 3 groups. So our share would be a little less than $10,000. So could I have a motion, please?
Motion to move, item I, resolution approving a proposal from the Ingenuity Company for DMO marketing strategy plan.
I'll second that.
All right, so we've been working on this for quite a while, but other things pop up here and there, especially this year. So working with Lindsay with the chamber, Misty has also sat in as a chamber representative, being on the chamber board. Also, Misty is retiring from the chamber board, so thank Misty for her service. And then representative or 2 from Perry Economic Development have been working with Chris and myself, and we wrangled Molly into that as well. So like I said, conversation that's been going on for a while. I think we've met with 3 or 4 maybe different firms that kind of focus in this area. Really kind of ended up landing on the Ingenuity Company based on they're part of the team doing the Perry Next strategic plan. So kind of a natural, and Joe also has some pretty good experience in this destination marketing arena. So he's done a lot of work with economic development organizations, chamber organizations, and just destination marketing overall. So all felt very comfortable with him and moving forward. I think there's a lot of opportunity for overlap and really aligning strategies between the Perry Next strategic plan and this destination marketing strategic plan. So this is kind of the first big step forward for that. And then kind of out of this plan, we'll be looking at kind of roles and responsibilities within that strategic plan and pooling resources between organizations and businesses to really help implement some impactful marketing for tourism, visitors, and all that kind of comes back around to attracting residents and new businesses as well. So kind of a nice holistic approach to marketing and really showcasing Perry. Anything to add? All right.
Okay, further discussion? Roll call, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Ball,
Yes.
Schott,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Any further business? Okay, we will adjourn. Thank you.